Oh my God, how are we doing?
Hello, Bonnie. How are you?
You're very welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
First of all, what's it? Because like the show is just so huge now. Getting into it has to be hard.
It's kind of like a dream come true a little bit. Because you never, as a drag queen, it's everyone's kind of, not everyone, but a few people's aspirations to get on the show and bring your drag to a global stage. And I think, yeah, I've just like worked really hard over the last few years to kind of make it possibility, move to Manchester. And then I said, you know what, I might as well apply and see what happens. And here we are.
And then what is it applying? You just apply. Do you send in tapes or what happens?
You just send in a tape. They give you a bit of criteria. You got to do a bit of an acting thing. You got to show off your looks. You got to give a bit of personality. And they just sift through the thousands of applications. And they decided, you know what, this time we'll have someone from the Republic on. Because
they've had contestants from Northern Ireland on before and spoken to a few. And it really can be quite life-changing, this whole drag race experience.
It is. It's a big opportunity. I always say it's kind of the real race is afterwards. It's like what you do with the opportunity that really kind of defines you, I think, in your career. So we're trying to make the most of it right now. We're taking every opportunity we can to Dublin.
Yes.
Because when you look at, like, God rest her soul, Vivian and people like that, and the way they just from appearing in small clubs to actually doing, like, going around the world.
Yeah. Drag is like such a superpower to have, I think. And like Drag Race just gives you the opportunity to then show it to a global stage and show people what you can do, I think. So I'm very fortunate. I'm very happy.
Well, let's talk about you on the show, because you said that you are stupid funny wrapped up in glam.
This is it.
This is it. How has the show been getting to have a bit of a laugh? Because there's so many different personalities inside there that you get like quite a 360 of what's going on with people, with the scene, all that kind of stuff. So you went in, cards to the wall going, I'm going to be a bit stupid inside here, lads, calm down, it's not that serious.
Well, this is it. I think I went in with the goal of kind of representing Irish drag, and the scene in Ireland is so glamorous and put together and it's well represented. But I think at the core of it, it's all about having the crack. It's all about having fun. And I think sometimes the UK queens, they've moved into a bit more of the serious realm now, whereas the Irish girls have kind of stayed having fun while looking gorgeous. So I really wanted to represent that on the show. And it gives you an opportunity to do everything. You sing, you dance, you act, you show off all your looks.
Is it bitchy?
It's a little bit. They like to poke the bear a little bit as well. Just go over to her and just tell her
producers just sort of say, look, just like, of course, stir a little bit up there for us.
There's a few personalities, though, on the show that lean into that more than others, I will say.
Oh, right. They don't need much poking.
They don't. They're happy to go ahead and say whatever they like.
But this is interesting. Nigel Farage on Celebrity Jungle thing, he was just saying, oh, if I keep on getting voted, you get more airtime. He used it, you know, people are very smart about this. You know that on the traitors, if you get chosen as a traitor, you get more airtime on the telly. So are people going into this having studied Drag Race and gone, okay, how do I get more airtime?
There's a way around it. Yeah, you can definitely get a bit more storyline, a bit more airtime if you have a bit more of a feisty side. But I think you run the risk then of alienating yourself from the audience. So I said when I went to go in, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be authentic. I'm just going to be myself. And if I happen to say some shady things, I happen to say some shady things. They're not untrue.
Your mum Lindy's over there laughing, going, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tell me, like, when you're looking at the costumes, looking at what you have to do you have to bring in all the costumes for, like, the full length of the show, even though you might be out on week 1 or 2, whatever, but you have to plan that I'm going to be in here? And how much does that cost in individuals to do that? That's
the gamble, isn't it? You have to go in and say, you know what, I'm going to make it as far as on this show as I can, and you have to bring all of the runways. You can't just go home and pick up, I'll go home and get my finale outfit now, I've made it all the way. You have to bring everything. You have to pay for everything before you go, and you know what, it's an investment, I like to say. So,
but is it a big investment?
It's a big investment because drag is not cheap anymore, especially when you're on that global stage. It's the Olympics of drag, so you have to make sure you brought your absolute best. They don't take anyone prisoner.
Oh my God! So you've had to have seriously planned ahead. It's like Bake Off as well. They've got to have planned all of their recipes all the way through to the final.
This is it.
You have to have your. Let's talk about this look.
This look.
This is your homegrown look.
This is my hometown look. This was inspired. I'm the first queen from the Republic of Ireland on the show, so I thought, you know what? Will I do St. Patrick? Is it a little bit too on the? Let's do St. Patrick. It's on the nose. They'll get it. They'll understand. So this is the corset pieces at the top. So we had the red snake going around, a little nod to getting rid of the snakes. It did have a train and a skirt, but I thought, you know what? For morning TV, I'm not going to wear my skirt.
You're just going to get the legs out.
With the papal hat and the cape. It was done by Ryan Wall, who's based in Waterford. He's a fantastic designer who does designs for drag queens all across Ireland.
We're seeing it there. It's amazing. How did all this start for you?
I started in Dublin. I started back when I was in DCU in college, and I thought, you know what way can I get attention as a 19-year-old gay boy? I'm going to start doing drag. It wasn't great.
Why did you need attention, darling?
Because I was a 19-year-old gay boy. Every 19-year-old gay boy needs attention, I tell you, especially in college when you're trying to stand out from the crowd, I think. So it was just, I just did a few competitions. I just did a few different things around workshop bits and bobs. And then eventually you just land yourself kind of doing a few shows in the George here and there, just different opportunities. And then along the way, made it to Gran Canaria for 2.5 years, and then eventually made it to the UK to give me this big opportunity. So it's been 11 years in the making, but it's happened.
And you get to go on Drag Race UK. RuPaul, I'm assuming it's unbelievable, right?
It's actually insane.
Is it? Like she's just so...
It's so surreal. You get there and you're like, you see her in drag for the first time and you're like, oh, it's real. Like it's not all filters or whatever.
Is it not? Because I was always convinced there's white light shining up.
She has a fantastic makeup team. She has a fantastic lighting team, but she is put together and she knows her angles and she does not move. And like when you get there and you see her, you're like, no, it's perfect. They don't have to do much to her to make her look
Because when you
like
say that, if you ever watch RuPaul's Drag Race, she talks to people like this. She never turns. So she'd be talking to Graham Norton.
Knows.
So she's literally going, well, Graham, what did you think of that? But she's not turning.
She is the queen of drag. She knows exactly what her angle is. She knows what lighting she looks best in, and she's not going to change that for anyone, not even to look at you while you're talking.
Yeah, Graham Norton, who do not care.
Who was lovely.
Now,
who was lovely.
The one thing is, you're the first person from the Republic. We've said from the island of Ireland, there have been people on before. But obviously, the accent comes out in an awful lot of lists of being the sexiest accent or always in the top 5. You end up going on and you've got someone from West Belfast. Ella's on at the same time as you.
Miss Elle Vosk is there as well, which I wasn't anticipating. I thought, you know what?
Did you not know?
Well, I try and avoid the spoilers of who's going to be there because I don't want to like set myself up for thinking, oh, she's going to do this better than me. You know, I just want to go in clean slate and do what I do. But when I heard that she was going to be there, I was like, okay, we'll see when I get there. And I got there and she was actually the nicest person in the world. And it's so nice to have someone from Ireland there. Even though I can't now necessarily rely on the crutch of I'm the only Irish person in the room, look at my accent or listen to my accent. It's like I knew I had a support network in the room. We both wanted each other to do well. There's so few people who are from the island of Ireland who've been on the show. So we both want to go far. We both want to represent. And just like, we just had each other's backs the entire time.
What can we expect this week on the show?
Well, this week is an acting challenge.
Oh, so that can really sort them out sometimes, can't it?
But this is who can read and who can't. That's what I say. They put a script in front of them. Who knows their vowels and their syllables? I don't know. We'll have to watch and see. But I think it's a little bit in my wheelhouse. So I think coming up to this point, we've had the runway challenges, a bit of interview and design. Let's not talk about the design challenge. I made it through.
You did.
Yeah.
And we had a girl group last week, which was a lot of fun. But I think this week acting is more in my wheelhouse of what I'm capable of doing, I think, as a drag queen in general.
And when you're it doesn't matter because we all know Michelle Visage and RuPaul is RuPaul, right? But then when you have the guest judges like Andrew Garfield and all those, is it kind of like is it weird?
We had Nadine Coyle last week.
I mean,
and it was, I tell you, like there's some things on camera that we have to be a little bit like pretend to be shocked at, and some of the guests judges get announced and you go, oh my god, I have no idea who that is. But when they said Nadine, you can actually see my reaction on the TV is genuine. Like I screamed a little bit because she is just such an icon, especially for the gays, especially for the drag queens. So to have Nadine there for the girl group challenge, I mean, come on.
1983 or 1984? You have to keep on doing it.
Come here. So you're going to be playing in Dublin.
Yes.
So tell us about the show then. And Cork. Yeah.
We're in Belfast on Thursday for a viewing party in the Maverick. Then we're going to be in Dublin on Friday in Soho. And then we're going to be in Cork on the Saturday. So we're doing a viewing party show. Dublin is a show, Cork is a show. We got loads of special guests.
So what's happening in Dublin
and Cork?
This is your tour.
It's time to talk.
This is it.
You and Elle.
This is me and Elle Voss. We thought, we're both Irish. We might as well go on a tour of Ireland while the show is on, while the hype is there. So both of us are going. It's going to be a lot of fun. Loads of special guests. Like you can get your tickets on Eventbrite. It's going to be fierce.
Make sure you go. And you're NDA'd up to even though, do NDAs mean anything in Ireland? Can you tell us anything? How?
This season's really good and there's a lot that happens and it's a lot of fun. I don't know how much I can say. I'm so nervous. I feel like there's a laser pointer somewhere.
I'd say it's just your parents staring at you from over there.
Look at the lovely proud parents are in studio.
Can you tell us how far she goes?
No, they're all
like not a hope in hell.
Bonnie and Clyde, thank you so much for coming in. And the shows Cork and...
Got Belfast on Thursday, Dublin on Friday, and then Cork on Saturday.
Eventbrite. It has been a pleasure to meet you, Bonnie and Clyde. Thank you so much.
You look amazing.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thanks.